just be. Don't take it. Take it, just don't be. And live my life. Don't take it personal. I ain't lying. I ain't hiding. I've been grinding, multiplying. I've been trying to get my weight up, staying prayed up, meditating and taking time away. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning. I'm writing rhymes in the kitchen, soaking in moments we live in. Yeah, you got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. Hey. Taking just don't be and live my life. Don't take it personal. We just building. It's my season. Lay foundation. Make a name for generations. Please and make a then take a break or a little vacation and chasing blues away. Hey, hey. You always posting up pictures, trying to look like you winning or look like you always be working, soaking the moments you live in. Yeah, you got the nerve to be on me, faking your life for the IG. If you got my number, don't add me, cause baby, I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. I'm on hiatus. Baby, don't check for me. Taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. I'm in a place serene and pure and free. Hey, I ain't worried about what's the wave, only worry about me. Yeah. Oh, I'm taking time out to be and live my life off screen. Taking time out to be and live my life. Taking just be.
There we go. I think I got it, y'all. I think I got it. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. My bad. My bad. My bad. Charge it to the game, y'all. Not my heart. Charge it to the game and not my heart. Oh, and I'm cold, y'all. Y'all know I'm up here in Canada. It's cold and it snowed and everything. I ain't in no damn Canada. We got snow. Y'all got snow? You got sound. If you got sound, let me see them ones in the chat, because I know you got sounds. I know you got sounds now. I've been back here working. I ain't hit no more buttons either. I ain't hit no more buttons. Let me see who's in the chat today. Let me see who's in the chat today. Miss AP, I hope you sticking around a little bit today. Beauty, Harlem. Oh, who else we got? Who else we got? Andrea, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you, Curtis. I see y'all got some sound. What up, Andrea? What up? What up, ladies and gentlemen? My guys, what up? My lovely guys are in the house. Yeah, girl, I got it. I got it. Now, if I could just stop pressing those damn buttons over here. Stop pressing on the buttons, man. Oh, stop it. Whoa, let me see how y'all doing. It's raining down there in Texas. Girl, we got some snow, so now I'm going to have to make sure I got my gas for my snow plow. Oh, I hate plowing because you need a snowsuit on and it's shit get all over you and everything. So, oh my good. I'm glad you're going to hang around a little bit, Miss AP. We're going to get some laughs on tonight. I promise you, I might sit here a while. I don't know. 73. Send it this way, Shady. Send it this way, you guys. Send it this way. A little bit of a sad day for me. Just a little bit. You know, a little bit. I have to be sad if one of my children are sad. And my oldest child, granddad, passed away today. 88 years old, downtown Chicago. Somehow he was up on a skyscraper, you guys. Building the building. Here I am thinking he didn't retired and everything, you know, but no, he wouldn't, you know, just wouldn't sit down. A working man, 88 years old, and they claimed that he had a stroke, probably about 56 floors up, you know. So I'm trying to be there for my oldest daughter as well today because she lost her granddad today. So, yeah. Got to give her lots of hugs and, you know, help her get through that stuff as well. You know, it happens. So, who ordered up the snow? I don't know. Who ordered up the snow? It's okay. I'm good with all of the seasons. You know, this is something that, you know, this is God. I don't question what God does. Yep, I'll be dealing with, you know, with her and probably heading to a funeral if they have one. You know, I've been knowing him all my life pretty much, you know. So, yeah, just helping her with it. You know, she calls and hysterical about everything. And, you know, a mom's job is to, you know, see her through it and give her some hugs and things like that. So, let's move on. We got a few things to play. I know y'all see them pictures up there, right? Y'all see my pictures up there, right? But we gonna hold off just yet on that one. Let's come back to that one. I think I want to come back to that one. I want to go here so that you guys can see me well. But we gonna save Dre. We gonna save Dre. How about that? I have not finished my up and coming self-debate on Drunken Larry's commentary with Senator Sid. I am still making sure I got my research down pat and everything before I put my opinions on that. I am past that billionaire Charles guy. Yeah, full of shit, you know, clout. It's about clout. So there's no need for me to indulge myself in to him. I'm going to go here and we're going to come back to Dre. That's right. If you are just now coming into the room, by all means, have a seat. Sit with me for a while today. We're going to have some fun on this. And don't forget to like the channel, you guys, and share the channel. I am going to be using some audios today because we can't have fun over here and put our opinion on them without the freaking audios. We need the audios. And the button says share, so sharing is caring, and that's what we gonna do. I am going to go to this one so that you guys can see me a little bit better. Probably looking all dark and things. Let's get me a little bit bigger here so y'all can see me. There we go. Let's do that. There I go, beauty. Pressing some buttons. Check me out over here, y'all. Check me out over here. There we go. All right. Let's do that. Let's get Dre off the screen for a minute. Just for a minute. Just for a second, y'all. We gonna come back to her. Y'all know my favorite person. Yeah, he's been in hiding out there, and Pap is patiently waiting to come on back with the shits. I suspect that he's gonna probably show back up with some more shit about Mr. Don Russell. And I can't wait. Like I say, Mr. Don Russell, the whole situation with that, it's just gonna have to play out. It's gonna have to play itself out. I'm not gonna sit here and predict everything, because my opinion is just my opinion, and everybody else's opinion is your opinion on how you think that this stuff is going to fall through. Because I don't know. I'm not a juror. I am not the defense attorney. I am not the prosecutors. Neither am I the freaking judge. You all know the upcoming trial is scheduled for April, where they will be doing their sequestered juror. Yep. The juror, I don't believe, will be hidden. I believe that it's Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly that they will have behind the curtain. And you guys are aware why they are doing so. And it's because of the allegations stemming from the 2008 trial. Okay? Yeah, the words on the street that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly possibly had some doing with buying people off and sending people across country and vacations and all of that type of stuff. So to secure this trial, I think that they're just trying to make sure that everything flows appropriately, the way that it should. So we shall see how that works. What up, Tamika? What up, my girl? Oh, so what up? What up, Chris? What up, Jones? I see you guys. Let's get started, because the first one is up, you guys. I gotta laugh on this shit, because y'all know I always have a problem. I got a goddamn problem, and I still have, a little bit problem that I don't choose to get past. That's just me, because I have a problem with 2 or 3 or maybe 4, hell, maybe a lot of people out here on the Black Tube Street. But not only did I have a problem with these 2 selected people, there is also another person, you guys, out here with a goddamn problem with the 2 people that I have a goddamn problem with. Now, she gonna say some things in her video that I'm just not with. She wants to and likes to somehow give Bookham a little bit of a pedestal to sit on. You feel what I'm saying? What up, homie? Don't play. I don't know who you are, and I hope that you are coming into the chat to be respectful, because you got that name, homie, don't play, with a clown on it. I don't know. So I hope you are coming over just to sit in and support and enjoy the show. I do hope so, because I know you see them names in that blue out there, right up over you. She going to be watching you really, really good. So I hope that you're here, homie, just to support the channel and sit in on the show. What up, Candy? What up, Candy? As I say, let's get started. You guys let me know if you can hear it, because it's going audio. So we got about maybe 3, maybe 4 audios that we're going to use, and we're going to save Dre, because I think that that's going to be a long topic for us. I think so. I really do. I'm looking at 43 people viewing the channel. If you have not, please do so. Go ahead. Make sure you head over. Take a moment and head over. Get your subscription up over on the One Pap channel, because that's where you'll find me also. Yep. Over there, having fun as well. SR is in the chat. What up? Peace, sounding better. Girl, I got this. All y'all got to do is just tell me what's wrong, and I'm going to go fix this shit. So shout out to the YouTube tutorials out there. The cheat sheet. Yep, the cheat sheet. That's crazy. I'm going to tell you something about those, though, before I get started. Y'all know I like to talk a lot, so it is what it is. You know what? Never mind. Let's move on with this goddamn show because we might be here for a while. We might be here for a while tonight, you guys. Let me get these pop-ups off. Ugh. All right. I did a video long time ago on one on and the other Team Libra. You guys know Team Libra out there, right? I'm sure you do. Team Libra seems to be biased, unbiased. She roots for the team who she thinks is winning. So if Team Truth is winning the battle, Team Truth got one. And then she waits, and if Team Chaos scores a point, then she roots Team Chaos. She shout out the people that might have threw the best shade to her. So, she kind of biased. We had a few words, we did, but I think that we chopped it up based, sisterhood thing. It is what it is. I respect her opinion, and I think that she respects mine. However, I did kind of have one of her, commenty people come at me. That Miss Dora lady. You remember that chick, right? And she's still around. Oh, she's still around, poking her nose all up in all kind of shit out there. I see her, y'all. But she just don't come back over here and poke her nose in. Y'all keep your eye on Homie Don't Play, cause I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. I'm trying to feel warm to that person. I really am. So as long as Homie Don't Play is good people, we gonna let Homie sit around for a little bit. Bobby the clown, Bobo the clown. Lord, keep an eye on them. Y'all coming in here with suspect names. Oh, let them sit for a while. Let's go. Now, I don't agree with everything Team Libra says on here, but some of this shit, y'all know I do. And the crazy part about it is, I had to go back and do a fact check on some things that she said. What up, Miss Brown? Welcome to the chat, right? And God be holy, she sure in the hell was right. Let's hear what Team Libra got to say, y'all.
What's good in the YouTube hood?
Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Thank you so much for joining the Team Libra show.
Shout out to you, Team Libra. Shout out to Team Libra.
Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. Anyway, I had to just jump on in here. I was supposed to do this the other day, and I didn't get a chance. But I'm happy I'm in today. It's only going to take a few minutes for me to say what I have to say. So you guys are aware, R. Kelly was attacked in jail, and so anyways, let's look at this. In a statement to Fox News on Thursday, so that was Thursday, today is Friday, Saturday, so this is 2 days later, but they said on Wednesday. So Thursday, Steve Greenberg said yesterday we were told that an inmate attacked R. Kelly at the MCC in Chicago. So that was yesterday.
Hello, Sharita. Hello, Demetria.
So, okay. So
thanks
that
for
would have
joining
been
the
Wednesday.
chat,
So
ladies.
Wednesday,
Thank you.
and then today's Saturday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that would be 3 days, okay? So if you guys go on to that lady, infamous Sylvia, I'm not going to put it on here.
What about a Team Libra? What about it? You feeling some type of way? What about
relationship, and I want to keep it that way, so I don't really put people's information on here. But go and look up infamous Sylvia. It might be IMFAMOUS, and then Sylvia SYLVIA. I'm not for sure because I can't look on here right now. But anyways, she did a prayer, or you got to go to her community. Go to the community, and she did a prayer, talking about an intercessory prayer 3 days ago. Okay, R. Kelly got attacked 3 days ago. Infamous Sylvia put on her community chat that they were going to do an intercessory prayer for the court date that's coming up September 4th. Well, on the same day that they started this so-called prayer, R. Kelly got his ass beat.
Now, like I said, it's some things that I'm going to agree with her on here, and there's some things that I'm not. And by holy, she's absolutely goddamn right. They did do that, the prayer thing. They absolutely did in September. I remember that shit. So, I had to go back and try to see if, at the videos for that date, right? Oh my God. And sure enough, like she called that shit. R. Kelly had a fight. So what she's going to get in is kind of like how I feel when you feel toxic. It's a spiritual thing. Hello, ladies. You feel it, and it's like, hold the hell up. Like, who you praying to? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't explain it no better than Team Libra here, y'all. So when I'm listening to this shit, I'm like, oh my God, I was cracking up. Oh Lord,
because you're saying that God is going to protect him, and y'all keep coming in the name of God, in the name of the true and living, loving God, in the name of the healing God, the God of the protector of children and families, and you're saying that he is really representing R. Kelly, and you're wrong. So Infamous Sylvia put God's name in it, and that same day that she started prayer for R. Kelly got his ass beat. And then since that day, Infamous Sylvia, she's been acting like a pure demon. It's like, what has gotten into you, or what has gotten into you? Nothing has gotten into you. Your true personality is just pouring out of you. It's like a person that wears a mask, and honey, the mask has come off. This lady, she's still doing prayer probably on the third day. She is so demonic. She's listening to church music. She's over there having people praying. And then come to find out, Dana J is exposing her for going around looking at penises, going over people's houses, other YouTube bloggers, engaging in some sort of sexual activity. And this is ridiculous. She's going around, and even it shows, Dana J showed a message that says Sylvia's husband is telling Dana J that he screwed and had sex with Sylvia. Dana J denied it to the husband. The husband came back and said, you slept with Sylvia.
Absolutely, Miss AP. I agree with you.
Call Sylvia and be friends with her and make this right. So if you saying he slept with your wife, I don't know if you saying like you owe her something, you slept with Sylvia, he don't owe Sylvia nothing. I remember there was some people from the Me Too or Him Too.
We gonna get to this other part, y'all.
That Sylvia was Infamous Sylvia was sucking knock. I'm not gonna say the word, but she was sucking Dana off. Dana J. But Dana J is still denying it. He doesn't want any association with it. But that lady is a witch. She is not a church lady. She is not a Christian. She is not a real, true, and living God worshiper. And it proved it. As soon as you put prayer out on R. Kelly, he got his ass beat that day. I don't think that you should be praying, because God is showing you that he is not standing in the midst of this. This is disgusting. This season is dead. That season of pedophilia, the power that he had, is over. God is not standing behind him or for him. He's gave him numerous chances to show that he could get away from that, and he didn't. So when you pray,
I'm going to have to correct Miss Libra. I really am, because she made a statement about, God isn't standing behind him. That's what she said. And when I hear a tongue like this, it's almost like, Libra, you got to watch it, sweetheart, because he didn't leave none of us out here to judge, none of us. You, Miss Libra, going to have to leave it up to God, because we don't know that. Can I get a 1 in the chat? Because I don't know it. I don't know about y'all. I don't know that. I can't tell you if God has left him or is still with him. That's a child of God. Everybody on earth is, and how God chooses to deal with Kelly, that's between him and his God. So I definitely ain't gonna never touch nothing like that. You don't know his plan, and his plan he has made for us all. So I get it where you wants to do the demonic stuff, but you can't talk demonic and turn around and do demonic shit. You judging and on a man's life about his God that he knows. So I was like, oh Lord, I don't even know if I want to keep touching this video, because you just did some judging shit, girl. Regardless of what that man action is, was, or was not, that is not for any of us. Any of us. Not even the people in the courtroom, them jurors and stuff, that's a hard-ass job to do, right? And I always felt that way, that when these people come out and they want to do selection of a juror, right? And I'm pretty sure all of you guys got probably called in to be on a juror, right? I have as well, once upon a time. But I knew in my heart, I don't care what the law says. I knew in my heart that I ain't got no business here judging someone's life. A bank robber, a car theft, a murderer, a child pedophile, you name it. Not me. And when I went up in there, boy, I had to be, I done did my prayer. I'm finna go in here and lie. Cause you gonna have to get me out of this one. Cause ain't no way in the world I'm ever going on a jury stand to decide fate on nobody's life. I'm not gonna do that. That's up to the judge and the prosecutor and the defense. If they can't come up with the goddamn decision, that's on them. Don't come dragging my black ass down there, because I swear to God, I promise y'all, I'm raising my right hand and I'm lying my way up out of it. Do you tell you? Yeah, no. I'm gonna get my way up out of it some kind of way. I'm not for the people. I'm for God, and God gets to make that call. And you don't need all these people to be sitting up in this goddamn room to do fate on somebody's life. You're asking me, to commit sin. I'm not finna do that. So yes, I find my way out of it, y'all. I get to throwing up and shit all up in there. I don't know. I'm gonna come up with some shit. I'm gonna fake a seizure or do some shit to get out of it, cause I ain't doing the shit. I don't touch it. And when it comes to that type of shit, that juror and stuff, all that shit is toxic. And when I say I don't do toxic, I don't do toxic. I don't care what the law says. I don't care. I'm not doing it. You do it. You do that shit. You do it. Let's see what else she has to say.
God is in the midst of this. He showed that he was in the midst of it and had somebody go in there and beat his ass.
He showed you that, Libra.
And after that,
God showed you that.
It's just going crazy, like all day, every day. There's another girl, a girl, Randa.
Uh-oh.
Randa. She's on there as well. And I guess she done, I don't know, this girl is actually off too. I heard a message the other day, and I got mad at Dana J, and they started playing the message, and it was Dana J supposedly telling lies about he just talked to R. Kelly or he just seen R. Kelly. Girl, Randa, seriously, in my opinion, when I heard the message, like, if you really want to know what I think.
What you think?
Not that you care, but it looks like that Dana J was pulling your leg. You could clearly see that everything he say, and you missed that part of the conversation. You're like, well, what'd you say? Normally when people talking on a conversation, it's a genuine conversation, sometimes you might miss something, but you'll just let the conversation pass and maybe pick up on that in a minute or two. But you wanted to make sure you heard every single thing that Dana J said. It clearly sounded like you was recording him.
Hello.
So in my
I'm
opinion,
done.
Dana J probably
I'm done. Because they were. They have been. All of them. Whole goddamn dang on Tube Street out here. Everywhere. It even started over on the other lady's channel who came on as well with nobody knowing her. Now, she has more to say, you guys, and it was pretty goddamn funny. So, if you want to hear the rest of it, you're going to have to head on over there to Team Libra. But Team Libra, stop trying to do God's work now for him. I was okay with you because you biased and unbiased. You kind of like this, and that's okay with me. But, I know that she roots for Team Truth quite a bit because of what her belief is about Mr. Kelly. Can't do nothing about it. That's her goddamn belief. It is what it is. What up, Nissimo? What up, Nissimo? Now, let's move on because I'm ready to do so. I'm ready to do so. Oh, okay, we got two long ones. I got two long ones that I want to get into. One of them, I do want to spend some time to talk about it, as you saw in my title. I am very interested to know why Miss X Kelly didn't divorce Mr. Kelly. A lot of my questions that I had about it were answered. I'm going to give some shout out to Relationship Rehab. Relationship Rehab. We're going to get some shout out to him. There's a few people that hangs around on the tube streets out here that visits Mr. Relationship Rehab page and listen to his commentary. So as I play this video, you say you are not interested. Yeah. Let's get into this video. Let me see if I still have it up. I do. Let's get into, oh shit, where did it go? Let's listen to it. I'm going to be stopping and starting his video because I like to talk about it. As soon as I can get it up. Let me get it up. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear the video. I think that he did a beautiful job on Miss X Kelly. I really did. I have to admit, I enjoyed his entire show. But what I like to do is, let's put some of our opinions on here. So I'll be stopping and starting it and coming back into the chat room to see what you guys got to say, because we see her now, you know, she's a little upset that people are opinionating on her alleged truth. But I think Relationship Rehab can explain to us a little bit better when it is not your truth. It's your story. It's your story. But let's hear from him for a little bit. Let me get this up because I want you guys to see this first. There I am. I want you guys to just be looking at Miss Drea as Relationship Rehab goes in on her, you guys. Give me a second. I'm going to fast forward it just a little bit. We'll get past his introductory. Can you guys get some shout out to Relationship Rehab, please?
This dude this is the father of your children. And you talk about being strong and fighting through and having your voice and all of that. Why would you consistently drag the father of your children? And one of the things I thought about, because, you know, you still going around here calling yourself Kelly. You consider yourself to be a Kelly.
Hold on, I'm trying to get y'all some volume.
It's so terrible. Why would you still keep this man's last name? Your kids are grown, so you can't say, oh, I did it so me and my kids can have the same last name. I get that. Why would you keep the last name of a man that did you so wrong and literally ruined your life and abused you beyond measure, beyond our wildest dreams, beyond anything we could imagine, what you have had to suffer and endure? Why would you hold on to this man's name? I tell you why. Because you still want to benefit from the very same nigga that you drag every day.
What do y'all think? Do y'all think that she still wants the benefits? He's going to go into and explain you what the benefits are that she's still looking for. He did a excellent goddamn job on Miss X Kelly. A wonderful job, you guys. I was like, okay, I couldn't have done this no better. But what benefits do you guys think that she is still taunting for? What does she want? What do she want? I asked the question, why is it that she did not, after being involved with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly at the beginning of time, at the beginning of time, right? And she knew about Sparkle. She knew about Aaliyah. She knew about, was it Lisa? She knew this. And she played a big part into whatever it was that was going on. She played a humongous part in this. So before I continue with the video and with Miss X Kelly marrying Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, I'm with Relationship Rehab on this one, you guys, because he calls her First Lady, meaning by marriage, which means that you would have had a whole lot if you had chosen to just divorce. But she found another reason, and we all know what that reason is, to stick around. To stick around. Let's see what else he has to say, y'all. I mean, this is an awesome video, y'all. Coming from a man. Coming from a man.
Or every chance, at every opportunity that you get. Playing the victim at every single turn. When is enough enough? And by the way you going, we gonna look up 5-10 years from now, and you still gonna be talking. Yes, what he did, what he said, and the way he treated me. It's like, first of all, like I keep telling people, R. Kelly ain't never ever been no gangster ass nigga. I'm telling y'all this. Never. You ain't never heard R. Kelly getting in a fight. You ain't never heard R. Kelly whooping somebody's ass. You ain't never heard R. Kelly beating somebody down. Never, ever. You ain't never even heard R. Kelly talking tough to nobody. So this ain't what you think. This ain't no Ike and Tina. Motherfucker, Ike Turner was a tooth chipper. Ike Turner was whooping ass. Ike Turner was about that life. He was bowdy and rowdy. He was thugging. He was thug life. Ike Turner is the textbook of just domestic abuse. Yes, Tina Turner was fighting him, and they was loving to fight each other. It was a rumble in the jungle all the time. That's what they did. I get it. But Tina Turner was right there with Ike, throwing them lefts and rights. Ike was just a little more quicker with that shit, and he won the most bouts. That's pretty much what it was. But even with Tina Turner, I even saw somebody on Instagram saying, yeah, Tina Turner kept her name. Yeah, bitch, Tina Turner built that name. Tina Turner was a singing and a dancing motherfucker. Tina Turner was making hits. So yes, she has a right to and is entitled to that name. No doubt, no question. Tina Turner is a businessman, not just a businessman. She went on after Ike and continued to grow her name and her brand. I totally get that. She sang that name into fame.
So you guys don't see her just being a copycat of Tina Turner? Do you guys don't see that? You don't think that she's a copycat Tina Turner? Because in a sense, that's what I saw. That's kind of what I see her trying to do, meaning that she wants to keep the name, but build her brand, her dancing, her persona under Kelly. You know what I'm saying? It's like she will have more opportunities. She will have more doors to knock on to just say, I want to do this and I want to do that. And she's still affiliating herself with the Kelly last name. So most people out there would be like, oh yeah, you know, you used to be married to Kelly. Oh yeah, you know, yeah, come on, you know, we're gonna give you this opportunity, you know, with due respect to Mr. Kelly's name. It is crazy, but like I said, Rehab is going to get into something that I totally agree with him 100%, you guys, 100%. Now, keep in mind, because he's not going to show you that he is 100% Kale's fan. The point of the video and the reason why, like I said, I have to give a shout out to him and playing just a little bit, I think a little bit of it, because he you know, he takes a while getting into it, but if I cut it off, then by all means, you guys, don't go over, subscribe to him. He's trying to reach 10,000 subscribers, and I like his content. I seriously do. But, yeah, he, you know, he explains this very, very well. But just keep in mind, he's not 100% Kale's right now. You know, I think he's sitting and waiting to see the trial play itself out. However, he do speak on some good parts about Kale's. And one thing about the videos that are out here, you guys, out of due respect, you know, of people, opinions and everything, we have to be that way. You know, everybody is not going to see what you see or believe what you believe or feel the way you feel. You know, so just out of due respect, you know, just let him get through the video, and I won't shit on him because of the way he feels. I can only go by what I feel about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Can't do anything about other people's feelings, but he does speak some good on him. He really does. So let's go.
Ike was back there playing the guitar, but she was the talent that made that last name what it was and what it is. Drea Kelly ain't had shit to do with I Believe I Can Fly. She ain't had shit to do with motherfucking what's the song he wrote for damn Michael Jackson? You Are Not Alone. She ain't had shit to do with Slow Dance. She didn't create shit.
Okay, so does anybody feel like you want to correct him on that? What did Drea bring to the marriage, you guys, other than a pop and a coochie? What else did she bring to the marriage? Now, she left with something. She left with the children. We got that part. But what else did she bring to the marriage? I'm going to wait and see what somebody going to say in the chat room. What else did she bring besides the coochie and the smile? Absolutely, she didn't want no other woman with him. She wanted to be the only one. So is that what you're going to stick to because of her sticking around and not taking the high road of what women usually would do, and that is divorce them right away? As soon as we know about infidelity, as soon as we know that it could possibly be a surprise baby popping up somewhere or whatever, what do? Oh, no, motherfucker, we finna divorce him. Y'all know we divorcing people quick, right? Mr. Rehab, like I say, he calls her first lady, you know. Calls her first lady. And when I think, like I say, when I think about it, right, and you thinking about divorce, right, and Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly was doing well financially in his entertainment career. Wouldn't it have been smart on her behalf to just divorce and walk away happy with the kids, with the house, and with lots of money? Because I'm sure he would have been, here you go. Mr. Rehab is going to tell and share that part with you guys. And like I say, I got to agree with him. I totally agree with Rehab. I do. Why didn't you not do that? Why did you stick around? And here we are 29 years later, and you are claiming a victim. And here's another part that, I'm going to shed some light on it. All this speech talking, and then this happy face, and then this sad face. Bullshit. You know, she got some help from the Samaritan house. You know, they coached her on. All the other homes, rehab places, or victimized places that they go to. She visits several of them. Had to learn how to become a victim again. You feel what I'm saying? How do I become a victim now? Because I forgot to play it out back in, you know, when I married. 98, 99, 2001, 2, 3, 4. She forgot to play victim. She forgot to play victim back then. So now would be a perfect time to come out and play victim. That is true. That is true, Tamika. That is true.
There was no song that you talked about with R. Kelly and been like, yeah, Drea Kelly wrote that part. Yeah, Drea Kelly, right. Honey Love, she ain't had nothing to do with Honey Love. She ain't had nothing to do with Summer Bunnies. She ain't had nothing to do with any of this dude's music. She danced. That's it. And I want to say, I think she was only in one video. And that was Thoya Thong. Thoya, toing, 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 and Thoya, Thoya. That shit was cold, but I didn't shit. I'm just saying. She didn't write nan lyric. She didn't play nan instrument. So it's like, why is she still acting like she was a part of this nigga's career? Now, I'm not going to say she wasn't a part of his success because she helped take care of his kids. She gave him 3 babies or 2 babies, whatever it was. I get all that. Woman behind the stage or whatever. Right, the greatest. She was in Summer Bunnies, okay. I don't even remember her part. That's my point.
Did y'all remember her part in Sunny Bunny?
How long do you sing this song? No pun intended. Was that a pun? No, it wouldn't be a pun. Figuratively speaking. How long? So it's like, I just want to hear this shit, and this is the shit she's been saying. And just let's just go ahead and go with it.
Let's get right on into it, because I know what the people want to know and they want to hear about this. You survived domestic violence with your ex-husband, R&B singer R. Kelly. Now, I wanted to know, because was the relationship toxic from the beginning? And if not, when did it take a turn? A lot of times it's easy to see when you're at the end. You're like, oh yeah, he did do this in the beginning, but I didn't think of it like that at the time. So how was it for you?
I will say this, all relationships where there's domestic violence, be it physical, emotional, sexual, is toxic from the beginning. You just don't know it. That's the
Now,
problem.
I don't know about you guys, but I sure in the hell not going to agree with what she just said. At the beginning, should we rewind that? Because ain't nowhere in hell I'm agreeing with that shit. And if she thinks that is her belief, then she needs to explain how the hell you been married before. What you get married before if your belief was this? Let's hear it again.
Grow her name.
Let's hear what she said again.
I totally get it.
Because I'm like, okay,
she's saying that name.
Yeah, she victimized her crazy. She believes her own shit. What a narcissist.
But
she's a fucking narcissist. She's a narcissist.
That last name, what it was and what it is. Drea Kelly ain't had shit to do with
Hey, Empress, sweetheart. Hey, Star.
She ain't had shit to do with motherfucking what's the song he wrote for damn Michael Jackson?
Let's hear what she
You Are
says
Not
again.
Alone.
Because she says at the beginning,
with Slow Down,
our relationships are toxic or something.
Shit.
I'm like, what?
There was no song that you talked about with R. Kelly and been like, yeah, Drea Kelly wrote that part. Yeah, Drea Kelly, right. Honey Love, she ain't had nothing to do with Honey Love. She ain't had nothing to do with Summer Bunnies. She ain't had nothing to do with any of this dude's music. She danced. That's it. And I want to say, I think she was only in one video. And that was Thoya Thong.
He cracks me up singing that.
I'm just saying. She didn't write nan lyric. She didn't play nan instrument. So it's like, why is she still acting like she was a part of this nigga's career? Now, I'm not going to say she wasn't a part of his success because she helped take care of his kids. She gave him 3 babies or 2 babies, whatever it was. I get all that. Woman behind the stage, whatever. Right, the greatest. She was in Summer Bunnies, okay. I don't even remember her part. That's my point. It's just a thing of saying, how long do you sing this song? No pun intended. Was that a pun? Not a good pun. Figuratively speaking. How long? So it's like, I just want to hear this shit, and this is the shit she's been saying. And just let's just go ahead and go with it.
Let's get right on into it because I know what the people want to know and they want to hear about this. You survived domestic violence with your ex-husband, an R&B singer, R. Kelly. Now, I wanted to know because was the relationship toxic from the beginning? And if not, when did it take a turn? A lot of times it's easy to see when you're at the end. You're like, oh yeah, he did do this in the beginning, but I didn't think of it like that at the time. So how was it for you?
I will say this, all relationships where there's domestic violence, be it physical, emotional, sexual, is toxic from the beginning. You just don't know it. That's the problem.
I can't get past that, you guys. All relationships, emotional, physical, are toxic from the beginning. You just don't know it. Somebody explain to me what the fuck that means. What does that mean? What does that mean? You just don't know it. Well, no, we don't know it, Andrea. You nobody knows that from the beginning. Nobody knows it. But the moment that it becomes toxic, the moment that you think that someone is going upside your head and hog tying you and shit like that, that's the moment that you get out. You get out with all of the people that were around coming in and out of the house, and we're going to know that they're coming in and out of the house because we're going to listen to another video on this Drea. You could have ran to one of them people and said, help me, help me, help me. But you didn't. But you didn't. I don't understand it. I don't get where you just don't know. But as soon as it turns toxic, that's the time that you have your choice, your option. What do I do? What do I do? Well, she told us, you guys. She thought about suicidal, jumping off a goddamn balcony. I ain't gonna never believe that shit. Because instead of doing that, you could have got your ass down there and filed for a divorce and probably walked away being probably one of the richest motherfucking bitches, females, ladies, out here. You could have did that. You say Teddy wants to join the live. Nah. I don't know. I just don't feel that statement, y'all.
The charming man and the cunning man are the same. And as women, we're not even taught to know the difference because the charming man.
It's not a taught thing. What are y'all? It's. You're not taught that, Drea. You're not taught that. It's a learned process as you go along in your relationship. How do you teach somebody that, oh my God, you're going into a toxic relationship? How do you teach that? How do you teach someone that? How? You date them. You learn them. You might hear from other people, but you still date them to see if, okay, this might not happen to me. What may not have been good for you, SR, he may not have been good to you. But you know what? He just might be right for me. He just might be right for me. But the way she's explaining it is like, every man is like this. you're taught this to go. You're taught. If you're going to date a man, just know for a fact that they're going to be toxic. That's not true, Drea. And what you're advocating and what you're doing to women out here, this is wrong. This is wrong. Now, I don't know if she's out here trying to help the alphabet soup continue to grow. But I know for a fact that it's Adam and Eve. Now, I don't know if because she had been allegedly with so many women that she's a little confused. But even being in an alphabet soup and with so many women, you can have a toxic relationship with the same sex as well. But she's painting this like my ex-husband did it, your husband did it, your uncle's doing it, your nephew's doing it, like she's really destroying the image of a man. And that I'm not cool with. I'm definitely not cool with that. You say, I guess it wasn't toxic in her video last year when she spoke highly of one of her baby daddies. Oh, definitely. And you see that that husband right there carrying her in her wedding dress. She had what I think a six bridesmaids. No, 12 bridesmaids. Look at them all on there, y'all. Look at all the bridesmaids on there. That Draker right there. She had a nice old wedding. Probably one that, what Mr. Kelly would have done. He just felt that she was worth, we just gonna take your ass on over here and bring you a puppy. That's what popping coochie will get you. It's gonna get you a little puppy. And away over on the fucking little island and say I do. Then fly your ass back. Yep. And then what I get out of this though is she talks too much. She talks too goddamn much.
How beautiful you are. He's on a dope on you. He wants you to meet his mom, and he believes that you can change his life. And so is the cunning man. The difference is the context behind why he's doing what he's doing. So a lot of women, we get in these relationships and we think, oh, he's so sweet, he's so great, he's so this, he's so that. But we don't know that we're meeting his representative, because behind that man is a monster. So for all women, no one really knows in the beginning, and especially when you come from my background. I often say we're all branch, leaf, fruit, root. We're all a tree. And you have to know what's at the root of your tree to know why you bear the fruit that you do. And what was at the root of my tree is my grandfather was a Baptist preacher, but he was also the first man I ever saw beat a woman.
So
watch rehab.
and this is my thing with a lot of women that are in abusive relationships. When you're talking about like getting your ass beaten, that type of shit, there is a learned behavior with this shit, right? So when you're talking about saying, why do women get in relationships?
And I'm playing this because I like to hear the opinion of coming from a man. I really do. And he's a strong man. And I had to hear his opinions, and I wanted you guys to hear his thoughts coming from a man.
When you're talking about those
especially
type of relationships,
Drunken Larry.
You're in a relationship like that because it's a learned behavior. That first time, second time, or that third time that dude smacked the shit out you and you ain't left, that's because you're used to that relationship. Now, here's the other side to this. There are people who stay in those same kind of relationships, not because of the environment that they from, not because they saw their mama do it, they saw their grandmama do it, they saw their uncles do it. They stay in those relationships because of the benefits.
Absolutely.
Put
a one in the chat if you agree that people like this, people like her, people like some of the women, most of the women or whatever, they do. They stay in these relationships because, mind you, she said that she saw it. So she's telling people that this is what she learned, right? My granddaddy used to do it, he beat old Medea ass every goddamn day. So what I thought that was right. How you gonna think some shit that was right when that shit is painful? So the pain is right. Getting hit upside your head and hog-tied and all that pain you thought was right. So you chose to learn this behavior from her grandparents, right? I thought it was right. I agree with rehab. Pain hurts, but it doesn't hurt that much if there is a beneficial package that is coming with it. I don't know, y'all. If there's a beneficial package, most women do stick around to fulfill themselves. To fulfill themselves with the Berkey bags and the fancy cars and the jewelries. They do. And she chose to do so. But yet then she'll sit here and paint this picture that all of our men are toxic, evil. You don't know when to get out of it. The fuck you don't. And she said she from the South Side. South Side women, they was rough. Like, what? Oh, okay. All right. Let's see.
Sacrifice their moral compass. They sacrifice their self-esteem. They sacrifice who they are as a person because of the benefits. What benefits is it to getting your ass whooped or getting shit talked to you or getting the shit kicked out of you? The benefits are this. She liked being attached to this man because she could have left. That's the thing that people don't understand. R. Kelly wasn't dotting this bitch eye. R. Kelly wasn't breaking her fucking ribs. Didn't nobody see Drea Kelly limping around through the house, dragging a leg or anything like that. There was no physical abuse. Wasn't nobody, you ain't heard the story. Yeah, I remember that time when R. Kelly beat Drea so bad they had to take her to the ER. You ain't gonna hear that. You're not gonna hear that story because that's not what it was. Now, could she have gotten slapped or some shit like that before? I don't know. But I'm telling you, she stayed with this nigga because of what the lifestyle brought to her. The bags, the red bottles, the fame, the celebrity, being Mrs. Kelly, being able to, because like I'm telling y'all this, everybody knew before she got married to this dude, she knew what had happened with Aaliyah. Before she got married to this dude, this bitch was on tour with Aaliyah and them other young girls that he was fucking. She knew what time it was. She
put a one in the chat if you agreeing with him, because though that's the stories that I've been getting out here. That's the stories of how Public Enemy told a public announcement. My apologies. That's the story that a lot of people's been saying out here. She's a narcissist. She wants to believe her own truth. She calls it her truth. I call it her story, and so does rehab. It's not your truth. The truth hasn't came out just yet, Miss X. Not at all. Not at all. Y'all heard all of the truth? Because I haven't heard all of the truth. She has not yet once painted the picture out here to anybody stating that, yep, I went on tour. I was on this bus at this time. Yep, I was over here. Yep, he let me go to the grocery store. Yep, I was at the concert where he brought the kids on the stage. She has not admitted to anything of what she done throughout this marriage. And until she do so, she's just going to have to keep sticking to her story because she has yet failed to tell the truth. The truth is going to be everything. Every goddamn thing. Everything. That was it. Oh, wait a minute. No, I take it back. I think I did hear her mention one time on how she was on a bus, and she was on one bus with the whole setup for the kids. For the kids. So you had a bus set up for the kids to travel. but you're painting the picture as if this man is a monster and did not allow you to go anywhere, to do anything. Is that right? Did you guys remember hearing that story? So I can stand correctly. I think she said that she had a bus. They had the playpens and they had toys and a whole bunch of shit on the bus. So she was traveling. She was doing things. But she paints it to Fox or CBS and Roland Martin, all these other news people out here that she just could not go absolutely anywhere. Locked in, locked up, locked in. That's crazy. But and I sit here and I watch all of these people Q&A her, and they never ask her any of these type of questions. They never ask her. So it's just a biased ass story that she has. I have to make this fit my narrative. I have to help take him down. But for what? For what? Because if you ask me, she missed her shot at trying to be the first lady with the golden egg. She missed that shot. She would have benefited more if she would have just found that, oh, I'm in an infidelity-ass relationship. We got to get divorced. She could have been well on her fucking way. Not wait 18, 19, 20, whatever years to come back to say, now I am a victim. What is it that you want? What is it that you want from him? This is crazy. Let's go on.
He knew what was already going on. This ain't no shit to where she was like, I didn't know any of this before I got married to him, and it all just became unraveled once I got married. I didn't know he was such a monster. Bullshit to the back. This bitch was on tour, on the tour bus, riding around and getting it, knowing what this nigga was doing. He had already had a reputation. He was already R. Kelly. He was already the R&B thug when she met this nigga.
Oh, let me stop this for a minute. Let me stop this for a minute because let's make this clear before we move on. He will speak about whatever eventful things that happened on the bus, right? And I'm okay with that. Because when he sits here and speaks on it and a lot of other people, right, that's going to tell me that there were no kids on this bus. That's going to tell me that these are all of age, legal, freaking, cooter-rooter, licking ass women. That's what it's going to tell me. You know why it's going to tell me that? You know why I'm going to believe my story on it? Because they're traveling, right? They're traveling. They're going here, they're going there. Can you imagine what would have happened if Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly was rolling around, going to different places with 9, 10, 11, 12, 13-year-olds on a bus? Do you know that people would have been looking at him like, what the fuck is going on? Do you know, and this is my belief, that the police would have they would have called out the minute he got off that bus and these bunch of little ass kids is off this bus? Somebody is going to raise some suspicions to a goddamn police. If he got off, he got to go in the store, you know, get some snacks or whatever the case may be though. Can you imagine that shit? Can you imagine that they would have been had his ass a long time ago? Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly just touring on a bus with 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Are you fucking kidding me? In the United States. Really? So when he speaks on that part, my story is he traveled with legal age freaking goddamn women, and there is not against the law. It's not against the law. Men can have as many women as he wants to. However, he had a wife on him. He had a wife there. That's her dumb ass that sat there and wanted to tolerate what this man allegedly preferred. And she didn't want to walk away. Then you wanted it. The fame, the glory, the traveling, meet new people, going to different states. All that shit was fun. You look past that shit, Dre. Uh-huh.
Bona fide fucking star when they first met. When I say she went to go dance with this nigga, that's what it was. It wasn't, oh, well, I was just dancing at the club and he saw. No, she went to audition. So it wasn't like you didn't know who the fuck this nigga was. And I'm telling you this, everybody who, I don't know about everybody across the nation. I don't know about everybody over in California, in Atlanta, in Florida, in Texas. I don't know about all of that. But I can tell you this, everybody in the city of Chicago that was at least black and listened to R. Kelly knew his background, knew what the fuck he was on, knew what the fuck he was doing with these young girls. Everybody knew it. That's a fact.
I don't know about that one, Rehab. I'm going to have to object to you. Because I seriously didn't know if that was the case. The only Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly that I know was seeing him at the concerts. And doing his thing. I knew about all his allegations with the Leah and stuff like that, but I can't even lie, y'all. All them goddamn females that came up on that Lifetime shit, I had no goddamn clue. Like, who are all these goddamn women? Who is all these goddamn women? And they was coming out the woodwork. I dated them. Who is you? Who are you? I was over here like, what in the... I can't lie, y'all. I can't lie on them. These motherfuckers was coming all out of Baltimore. One from India. What's this? Minnesota. Who the fuck is you? I was like, holy shit. Like, who are y'all? And then I started listening to these stories, right? I watched the shit, right? I watched the shit. How the fuck is all y'all got the same goddamn story? So then I had to sit down, pull up the timeline, right? A concert here, you dated him here, where he was with so-and-so. How the fuck did... Ain't no way in the hell one man can be over here, can do this, can go over here and get you and get this. And I'm sitting here looking at his timeline that places him in all these different states performing goddamn concerts. What? Did somebody fucking clone R. Kelly? Somebody better tell me. Did Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly get cloned out here? Did he get cloned? Or did these girls just call each other up and say, this is what the story is gonna be? This is the fucking plan. Or did Miss Logan call everybody up? If you come with me, if you're coming to me, this is what you got to say. This is how we gonna do this. The golden ticket is $250,000 per person. The fuck? And you can't come up with the same goddamn ass story. Not from one man. You got to have... Now, I'm going to put this out here. Hypothetically, let's just say one man dated all you goddamn women. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, y'all. Let's just say. They tend to do each one differently. You feel what I'm saying? So you gonna get a different couch. They ain't gonna all have the same couches and the same cars and shit. That shit just it's unheard of. Even the conversations are different. So I don't know y'all, but that's some crazy ass shit. I was sitting over here like, how the hell do y'all all have the same goddamn story? So as I'm sitting here and I'm watching and I learned about Drea Goddess. Oh, you had some shit to do with this. You wrote half of their goddamn scripts too. But now, as I look with Drea Goddess, what the fuck is he? Why isn't he writing about how he has come out into the black community to bring these women out to embarrass themselves, to humiliate themselves on a pack of goddamn lies? Where is he? Why isn't he still investigating, saying, oh, well, wait a minute, we're going to have to take Faith Evans out, you know, cause she lied. Cause she lied. Hey, did Dre get some fake boobs too, y'all? Dre boobs went pretty big too. I think she did get something out the deal on this too. She got some boobies too. Let's move on.
Anybody who lived in Chicago, if they ever knew what R. Kelly was known for, people would go to his album release parties and you see a bunch of bitches, a bunch of niggas, and you'll see about 4, 5, 14-year-old girls in the VIP. You knew what the fuck time it was.
Hey, Roro. What up, Roro?
I keep telling people this shit ain't all it was is that because of the Me Too movement, because that wide-nosed KRS-One looking bitch was doing a fucking documentary and Lifetime.
Hold on, y'all. Did he just call her KRS-One big nose? Y'all get some shout out right now to Relationship Rehab, you guys. And if you haven't, don't forget, get on over there and subscribe to his channel. He's trying to reach 10,000. We're using the video to get some opinion coming from a man's point of view. Because we haven't had a strong man actually speak on the habit of a woman. You feel what I'm saying? And I want to hear from both sides. All we've been having is a bunch of females speaking on the demonic behavior of all of these women. So I wanted to hear, Relationship Rehab, your opinion coming from a man. We need to hear this. We need to hear this. Let's go.
Opportunity to make
I'm
some
getting
fucking
hot
money,
now.
and all them thirsty ass bitches that had took settlements was broke now. That's the only reason why this shit was able to take any type of flight or get any type of steam. Everybody knew what it was. She knew what it was. But now she's coming out and she's playing victim like, it's just, y'all don't know my story. I've been through so much and it's just been so hard. I hated through all of it. Bullshit, bitch. You knew what it was.
Billy, he called her KRS-One big nose.
Before the Carter got fucking blew up and then said, I didn't know. Nigga, it was Nino Brown. What the fuck you mean? You knew what the fuck Nino was doing before he took over the Carter? I didn't know he was selling drugs. Bullshit. What was Christopher Williams' name?
What up,
Kareem, Abbar, shit like that. He was blaming that shit on him. He like, I ain't had nothing to do with it. Nah, nigga, you was in with it. You was just a computer man.
Sure, but you said you came, huh? No police reports.
$1 million a week business reduced to fucking rubble. She already knew what it was. And the fact that she's now, even after all of this shit, still crying this same singing this same fucking sad love song. It's bullshit, man. It's straight bullshit.
And it wasn't so much what my grandfather did that changed me, because I accepted that he was a...
Let's take a time out and agree with Relationship Rehab at this point. Let's hashtag bullshit. Because I'm going to have to agree with him. I'm going to have to agree with him. And if we're going to sit here and get this man's opinion on how he feels, coming from a man's perspective, based on, X Kelly, let's hashtag bullshit. Because we call it over here, too. We calling it over here with you. We calling it with you, Rehab. We are.
The monster. It's what my grandmother didn't do that changed me. Because the very next day, she got up and made that man breakfast like nothing ever happened. Like, my grandmother was so elegant, and what she taught me about abuse is you deal with it as a lady of grace.
Thank you, beauty. Thank you, Miss A.B.
My grandmother was also...
So then where's your grandmother at now and you dealing with this in grace? Where is that grace at now? Wouldn't you think that you would leave this shit alone? Wouldn't you think that it would be like, okay, I've said my piece, I've told my story, let me go on with my life. But you know why you can't go on with your life? Because you really don't have one. And I'm just...
Y'all think that's true? Y'all said, he said, you can't even go on with your damn life right now because you really don't have one. Yeah, I'm going to have to say that. You know, it's the truth to that. You really don't have one. You done left or he done left the other marriage, and then the other marriage is done. Hopefully, maybe she can nail her a new one on her show coming up. Maybe she's gonna grab a whole new one. I don't know. But I'm gonna say this because right now I have to look at her on how everybody has had their opinion with Azrael. We see how Azrael is acting out here, right? And everybody has their opinion about, well, Azrael, she ain't gonna never find nobody. She ain't gonna never do so-and-so because she's became that public figure, right? Well, I think that Miss X Kelly done shot herself in the foot after this here, because she's been all over this last week, right? After this here, what up, Chris? After this, right, Jay Bennett, what up? After this episode right here, you got to ask yourself, right? Who the hell is going to want to be bothered with her? Just maybe she is shooting down the benefit of having Kelly as her last name. She just may have to go back and build herself off of Andrea Lee or Smith or whatever the fuck her last name is. She just may have to do so. I think that she is really now shooting herself in the foot the same way Azrael is doing so. Nobody's going to want to continue to, to work with her, to do things with her. A lot of people will see the demonic ways in her. They will see this. And they'll make these choices out here. They really will. But, yeah, I'm just saying. I think that, she should have just went on, set her ass down and quiet and gone, remarried or do her show. I think she should have, in my opinion, sat this one out. I really, really do. I do. Let's go.
Just telling you what it is.
You said, did her grandmother tell her not?
One of them love and hip hop goddamn shows.
She said, did her grandmother tell her not to be twerking?
And what she's on their ass is Drea Kelly. She riding that motherfucking name till the wheels fall off. Like I said, that shit was, they was married and if that's what it was and it was for your kids, I get it. Your kids grown than a motherfucker. Grown and old as hell. They living their life and they doing what they need to do. Why do you keep hashing this shit over and over and over and over and over again? Because you don't have one. If you were such a prolific dancer, you got all of this talent, wouldn't you think that this would be the perfect opportunity for you to do your thing? Wouldn't you think this would be your opportunity for you to go ahead and shine? And if that's the case, stop talking about this nigga. Stop bringing this nigga up at every turn. Because that's all she's fucking doing. You're literally trying, the very nigga that you tearing down, the very nigga that you dogging, the very nigga that you was with for 20 years is the same nigga that you still trying to use to get some motherfucking shine off of. And that is fucked up.
And I'm going to leave that right there, you guys. Like I say, you want to hear the rest of this, go on over there, Help Relationship Rehab, reach his 10,000 subscribers, you guys. It's a pretty good video, but I have shared with you guys enough of his videos. So once again, shout out to Relationship Rehab, because we're going to move on to the other video. And I know you guys probably heard it, but you know what? We're going to hear it some more, goddammit. We're going to hear some more of it. I agree with Relationship Rehab. I'm 110% agreeing with him on his man perspective, his point of view, his opinion, his story about Miss X Kelly. I really am. She has become a narcissist. She has told herself that she doesn't need Mr. Kelly's name. to advance or to have special privileges and receive different benefits out here and everything. But it seems to be a different story in our eyes of what we see. But that's what we see. If you guys are enjoying the chat, let me see you put a blue heart in the chat room. Let me see them blue hearts today, you guys. Let me see. Star, how you feeling? Reed Dillon, how you feeling? AP, Curtis Ray, how you feeling? How you guys feeling? No tolerance. Empress, what up? How you feeling? Jay Bennett, how y'all feeling tonight? Beauty and Harlem, Ro, how y'all feeling? Everybody's good? Everybody's good? Everybody's good in the chat. Let's move on then. Let me see some blue hearts before we move on. All right. I'm hanging out with y'all tonight. I ain't gonna lie, I fell asleep on y'all last night. I was like, I had my errands that I had to do, and I got done with that, and boy, I came back here, vacation, chilling, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna catch me a movie, and I'm gonna go to bed. Before I move on, though, let me tell y'all about the movie a little bit. I have not been on Netflix in a while. So it was still something, right? Robots, right? Little boy and robot, whatever. Y'all, why I cry? Tell me why did I cry, y'all? Cause he had to go and the boy put him into box and everything, and the other opponent, the robotic boxer was beating what's his name? Adam, Atom, and y'all in the bed like a big baby. I was like, oh, this is why I watch movies, right? Because I was like, oh no. But, yeah, it ended up being a good, crazy movie. I hadn't saw a movie in so long, with dealing with this stuff here and everything. So last night, real still, yes, Curtis, I cried. I was over here like, oh no, don't hurt Adam. I was like, I like Adam. No. I get a little sentimental, I watch these movies. I try to stay away from drama. It was a really good movie. It was an excellent movie. Enjoyed it. So yeah, I just kind of chilled in the bed and watched that until I fell asleep. But it was good. Actually, I think I'm going to catch it again because it was just that damn good. It was really good. Let's move on. I need a refill though, y'all. Can we go to intermission? Let's go to intermission first. Because the next one is going to be a little longer, a little stopping and going. What up, Daz? You said, what you mean you can't? you don't cry, baby Shirley. You don't be doing no crying. Girl, I might as well bring a box of Kleenex on the bed with me, girl, because I be like, I get in touch, I get in tune in these movies, and I be like, so I stay away from drama and things like that. I have to do a lot of action movies, a lot of them. So let's do intermission. Then we gonna jump right into the next one. The next one coming up. Let's do this. I gotta go get some more iced tea, y'all. I need some iced tea. Daz, how you feeling today, Daz? How you feeling? Oh shit, wait a minute, where is it? Oh no. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm going to give me some iced tea. Let's get ready for the second half of the show, you guys.
Sitting like a boss, bring the words out. Press on the exhaust, we skirt now. Knowing not to say what you talking about. Got me all up in your minutes, must have heard around. How that sound, yeah, that sound good. Tell them break it down. I so in me, sing it down. Don't forget the dollar sign. How that sound, yeah, that sound good. saying, what you talking about? Got me all up in your mentions, must have heard around. How that sound? Yeah, that sound good. Tell them to break it down. I so with me, sing it down. Don't forget the dollar sign. How that sound? Yeah, that sound good. Tell them to get it in line. Hold it down, hold it down. Keep it from running underground. Hey, try to play me back in, but you learn it now. Do not play with fire, you be burning out. It's like butter, baby butter when I churn it out. They gon' talk behind your back until you turn around. 360, I'm free, I be baking on the good. Yeah, come me in my shit, we throwing it up that. Tryna be me, but you can't. You would do it if you could. I am so to the Indies, now you got it understood. Yeah, sitting like a boss, bring the words out. Press on the exhaust, we skirt now. No, we're not the same, what you talking about? Got me all up in your mentions, must have heard around. How that sound? Yeah, that sound good. Tell them to break it down. I so with me, sing it down. Don't forget the dollar sign. How that sound? Yeah, that sound good. Tell them to get it in line. Hold it down, hold it down. Keep it from running underground. How that sound? Yeah, that sound good. Sounds good. How that sound? Yeah, that sound good. Sounds good. How that sound? Yeah, that sound good. Sounds good. How that sound? Yeah, that sound good. Sounds good.
Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Mascot here. The mascot is here. Their mascot is here. I might have to put him out though. Get out, Earl. Get out. The mascot here. He when I get loud, y'all, he gets hysterical. He don't like loud. He's old now. He's old. He's old. Everybody still doing good. Everybody still doing good in the chat. Let's start on our next person. Cause I remember saying some things about this person, and I just kind of wanna stand myself correct on it. You know, I said what I said. It was, you know, it is what it is. But I'm gonna correct myself on it. I remember stating on how, you know, Miss Bush was looking for the mattress, right? And she kind of went upstairs and was through the panty drawer. But we gonna hear from Miss Bush's mouth on how the truth, her story is her story. So I'm gonna stand correct on it. However, she was still looking for some goddamn matches. She ended up in some goddamn drawer. Now, the way I see this is, I'm gonna let it be her story and not say whether if she, you know, is in it or not. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait. And we're going to have to wait on a lot of people. And another person that, you know, has a little light bulb up over my head is also, I don't know if you guys remember that Jim Lewis guy, which was a neighbor down at the studio. He said quite a few things. There's a lot of names out there that I think that a lot of us is just losing focus on that could possibly be getting called to the stand on Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. However, I will continue to keep my prayer over Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, but this is going to be one ugly, ugly case. I do believe, after looking over the RICO, racketeering, I do believe that they don't have anything there. But it's not up for me to prove to a juror. That is up to his defense attorneys to go to work for him. It's there. They just have to present it very well to this juror that is being selected here coming up around April of 2021. March, somewhere, I think the 21st or so is, I believe, the day that they will start trial with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. One thing that is good about this trial, I believe that it will be televised. So a lot of us will be able to see and call the BS on a lot of stuff, even with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly being hidden behind a curtain and not knowing who is about to decide fate on his life. You know, so keep those prayers up, you guys. Go ahead, flood the room with the prayers for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. In the meantime, between time, let's see what she had to say. Let's hear her story for old time's sakes. Let me see if I could get it up. Let me see. Oh, where she go? Okay. All right. Here she go. Here she go. Let's see. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit to get past the introduction part of it. Hello, Miss Spencer.
I told, he had heard what I said, and I said,
I am going to come back a little bit. And we're just going to listen to a little bit with a stop and going. So we can talk about how you guys feel about Miss Bush. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to say that this picture is of her. She as well did a Q&A, I believe, with Toxic Diamond. She's done a Q&A with quite a few people. So I'm just going to go and say, you know what? Well, I guess this is her. Let's see what she says.
extended my hand to shake her hand.
Okay, we gotta go back a little more because we don't want to miss that old panty drawer pictures and lighters.
A relationship with Robert, what I saw, what I witnessed.
Non-disclosure, so you're free to talk about this at your liberty. So this is your perspective, and you're free to do that. Correct?
Correct. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So now talk to me. We were talking a little bit about inconsistencies with the Lifetime and the lack of fact checking. How are you feeling about that?
Well, that's the reason I came forward. There were so many lies and mistruths that I just felt like everything was one-sided. No one was giving another perspective, and no one was even seeking any alternative perspectives. Every media outlet was just presenting one-sided information, and they really weren't interested in truth. They weren't interested in balance. It was vigilante justice, and they didn't care if it was lies. They didn't care if it was inconsistent. They just aired it, and I just thought that was grossly irresponsible, and I just felt compelled to speak up and say something, and at least give my perspective. Not to contradict anything that anyone says, because I can't speak another person's truth. What I can do is talk about a perspective that I have, my relationship with Robert, what I saw, what I witnessed, and my interpretation of the events that they may have called abusive and I called a boss conducting business in his home. So it's just to create a balance so that people can see maybe there's another perspective, or maybe we need to be a little more open as we have this conversation.
Okay. So you're just here to provide balance. You're not really taking a side. You're not here to condemn or condone anybody's action. You're just offering the perspective that you saw by being in the house 5 days a week for about, 6 hours a day?
Yeah, roughly 4 to 6 hours, depending on what was being done. I don't have to defend Robert because the law defends him.
Right.
The law in 50 states says you are to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt in a court of law. Okay. This is not a court of law. This is the court of public opinion.
Right.
Now, I'm going to stop that right there because that is fact. She says that she doesn't have to defend Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly because that is what the law is for. But she also states to the people during her Q&A that she was there a couple of hours throughout the day, every day. I get it that the law should be in the defense of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, but if you were there and she saw quite a bit of things and knew what was going on, the first question that I ask myself is, why wouldn't you be 100% in defense of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly as well? Let's just raise the light bulb to me. I don't know about you guys, but why wouldn't you be? You were there. You would know his truth, according to you. But you are not there solely as his defense. You want to leave that up to the law to do. Okay.
And I can't speak for what any woman went through or any man, so they're telling things from their perspective, but if something is inconsistent based on what I saw and what I experienced, I can't speak to that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So now, you know both of them.
Did that make sense to you guys? I can't speak for something that I saw. That's what she said. That I saw. That's their defense. But you saw it. So we're going to let them tell their story how they choose to. But you saw it, and you're not going to, what? Be of defense of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly if you saw or you hear things that is wrong. I'm going to continue on because she kind of do a little bit. But there's parts of her, as well as with Miss X Kelly, does leave out most of her part. Okay.
You know all, you know Andrea Kelly, you know Sparkle, and you know Lisa Van Allen, right?
I don't know Lisa Van Allen.
Okay.
I know Robert and Drea the best, of course, because I interface with them. I've met Sparkle,
Absolutely, Shay.
and I've seen her. So the time that, and we can start there because that's quick and to the point. The only time that I met Sparkle was she came by his house one day in the morning, and she approached I heard the doorbell ring. Robert got the door. She approached the kitchen. I saw that she had on a see-through skirt with black panties, which I thought was inappropriate at a married man's house. But
So she can tell you that it's up to the law to put their defense out, to work for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, just like a goddamn woman. He can tell you all that. But she sure can tell you what the hell another woman has on. And what another woman has no problem with describing another woman and then putting more sauce to it, that shows a little sign of jealousy. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but she focused in on that part, what the other woman came through the door on, and she tells you how she felt about that. I didn't think that was right, coming to another married man's house. Really? Okay, Mrs. Bush.
Robert introduced us. I extended my hand to shake her hand. She didn't even, she gave me a mean mugging look and rolled her eyes and refused to shake my hand and turned, and Robert and she proceeded up the stairs, and at that time I saw another seat.
I'm going to tell you why. That she rolled her eyes and didn't want to shake your hand. She probably thought that, you were fooling around with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly as well. Just maybe, she could have reached her hand out and say, hey, I'm the nutritionist and so and so. But the problem that I have with this here part of her story, right, because she says she's been a while. She's been there a while. She's in the house every single day. Every single day. A couple of hours of the day. And what is the odds of her not being there with Sparkle, possibly or allegedly coming and going? She makes it sound to the people that this could have been Sparkle's first time coming to the house. A stranger. I've never seen him. It's hard to believe that when you say you were there every day, couple of times, hours or so throughout the day. somewhere in the story, I think you might say 24/7. Can't be sure, but I'm going to listen very closely on that part. That's right. But I'm just saying, she makes it sounds like this is Sparkle's first time coming. And she had already been in the home every day. And you just so now meeting Miss Sparkle for the first time. Okay.
Email come by Robert's piano, and all three of them went upstairs. I didn't realize, just from seeing her, that she actually came with another female. And it looked as if this was the first time being at her house. It looked as if she probably had not been to his house before and was confronting him as to, why am I never invited to your house? You probably live with somebody, you probably married. And he allowed her to come over that day because Drea was at her mother's. So he was going...
Drea? Where was Drea at? Drea was at her mother's. I thought Drea said that her mother could never get in contact with her. Is that what Drea said, you guys, or what? I remember Drea saying just not too long ago on one of her shows that her mother could not get in touch with her, could not get in, or none of that. Yeah. But Ms. Bush says that she remembers her at her mother's. Okay.
From room to room, and she was looking in each room as if to confirm that he did not live with someone, and they ended up.
So now y'all keep that in mind. Now, the nutritionist is no longer in the kitchen. The nutritionist is no longer downstairs. The nutritionist is upstairs. She gets to tell you guys that they were going from room to room. Sparkle was. So in order to know that, you got to be upstairs looking at this girl going from room to room. You can't see that shit from downstairs. You can't see it unless she was listening to the footsteps. That might be possible. I'm just saying, stories just don't make sense when people tell them.
In the master bedroom, because I could tell by the sound of the voices the direction that they were going.
That's that part where she tries to clear it up, because people like me, and probably you guys, would say, how you hearing all this shit? She's quick on her toes too, y'all. She's quick on her toes. Because people like us gonna be like, how the hell you know they going from room to room? Huh? Thank you, Dash. Thank you, Dash. I'm just saying, quick on the toes. She quick.
And because if I walked to the bathroom, which I was doing, I saw them enter the master bedroom. And the only thing...
Now she was walking to the bathroom. Y'all hear the story? Do y'all hear the goddamn story? Put a one in the chat if y'all hear this shit. I'm just saying. Now she got to go take a piss. Come on, y'all. Come on. What was your part? What was your part, Miss Bush? Miss Bush, Miss Drea, Miss Sparkle. And what was your part? What was your part? Because I'm hearing these three women, you said, and you didn't mention the other women's name. Which so far we know Sparkle and we know Miss Bush was in that house. Who was the other one? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, y'all. You said she get the real food upstairs. I mean, I'm hearing this shit. I just want to make sure that you guys are hearing this shit. This is her story, though. It's never the truth. This is called their stories. We will never know the damn truth. Not until. And I sure hope, because they have wedged Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly up in the tightest hole right now. They got him so tight, y'all. I surely hope that this man is writing or going to write a very descriptive tell-all goddamn book. Because at this point, what does he have to lose? What does he have to lose now? They all done came out from some kind of way, from the left, from the right, and from the front to the back. What does he have to lose? He needs to write a all tale on every single goddamn person. I'm sorry.
In there is a king-size bed and a chair. So
Okay,
the two
so-
females and Robert were
In
in
his
the master bedroom.
And
I'm sorry?
so two females and Robert in his master bedroom, and his family was
Who
not
the
there.
hell?
So there wasn't a video shoot or any kind of vocals that they were doing. They were just in the bedroom.
Yeah, but you're not doing vocal training in somebody's bedroom.
Right, 'cause
No,
you didn't hear
I don't
any
think so.
tune-ups. You didn't hear no me's or anything like that.
Absolutely, Shay.
You
I didn't hear
deserve
anybody
to
clearing their throat and, none of that.
Okay.
So
you're
I
so
prepared
now-
the meal.
Oh,
Okay.
Curtis.
I'm sorry?
So now,
I
we want to talk about, so Sparkle, did they have a relationship or no?
Well, I spent 3 hours preparing the meal. They were still in the master bedroom. I left. A few months later, I was going to barbecue some chicken.
Now, I'm going to say this part, because I don't know what the fuck type of meal she was preparing, but ain't no way in the fuck hell if there's 3 people in the house, her, Sparkle, somebody else, whatever, Miss Kim, 3 hours to prepare a meal. Most meals don't take but prep time of goddamn it 20 minutes, depending on what you're making. It really don't. It don't take that long. I don't give a fuck if you have to barbecue a whole fucking goddamn pig. It don't take 3 hours to prep some shit. It really don't. But it took. You know why it took 3 goddamn hours though? Cause y'all. I should probably move on, right? Y'all put the fingers up and tell me to move on, cause woo child, we know why it took 3 hours. she hashtag intermission time. Shit. She had to do intermission time. Y'all better quit playing. Y'all better quit playing. Let me see, Bush.
And so I was looking for matches in his kitchen drawers. I didn't find any, so I went to the dining room drawer, feeling around, because matches usually fall to the bottom or to the side.
Exactly.
So I'm kind of feeling around for the matches, and these pictures start sliding out, and I looked, and they were...
Now, this gonna kill y'all. The mattress, the matches, they failed. She couldn't get them, they failed. But the goddamn pictures didn't fall. Now, everything else fell out to the back of the fucking drawer. But the... Woo, child. She couldn't get those. But she sure come across some goddamn pictures. What draw, Miss Bush? What draw? And see, could be possibly one of the reasons why she was only there for a short period of time. I think she violated some of the rules. One of the rules is no snooping. And a lot of people, like the ops over there, they have a problem. Like the prosecutors. Like they have a problem with a legend, with a R&B fucking legend who lives in a fucking mansion and got lots of rooms. They have a problem with him locking the doors. Locking the doors. Locking the doors. I promise y'all, I will be locking every goddamn. Now, when he come home, he get another nutritionist. He gonna have to put some goddamn childproof locks on the goddamn kitchen cabinets. Cause these motherfuckers is around his home just snooping the fuck out of his home. Out of his home, right? So I'm gonna have to allegedly say that could be a possibility of why or what caused her to possibly lose her job. I'm going to have to touch on something else too before we move on, because I heard, you know, and I'm supposed to bring it, you know, in my debate to myself off of Drunken Larry's commentary, right? And Drunken Larry plays the people, the audio, where you had the guys on there, and the guys were laughing, right? And one of the guys clearly stated in his video that, he talks about how Miss X Kelly was up in the room, and he that he locks the doors from the outside. So the other guys in the audio made a mockery of it, and they laughed at him. So I am going to ask you guys a question quickly before we move on. If you are leaving out your room, and you lock the door, if I lock that door from the inside, riddle me this. How the fuck am I supposed to get back in? Anybody got an answer for that? So, if you want your doors locked where you can get back in them, yes, you would have to have a key or something that will lock from the outside as well. Put a 1 in the chat. Because I just wanted to correct the laughter of those gentlemen on that audio tape that Drunken Larry played, and he put a lot of emphasis on it. He turned the volume up on it and make sure people heard that part about these women are locked on the inside. If Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly locked his doors from the inside and went to the outside of that door, how is he going to get back in? How? So having the doors locked and you have people in your home makes plenty sense to me. I don't know about you guys. If I brought all of you people over here to my home, to my backyard parties, you will not be able to have access to the bedrooms. Only me. You know why? Because I'm locking them bitches from the outside. Hello. You don't need a PhD. You don't need a PhD for that. And that was just something that I was going to address in my debate to myself with Drunken Larry playing that audio, where he has to turn it up and make that part sounds like, see what I told you? See, they all locked on the inside. Really? Make it make sense.
Or naked pictures of Sparkle and 3 or 4 other females on a king-size bed being intimate. Sparkle was the only female that I recognized, and I assume Robert was taking the picture because he wasn't in the shot.
So wait a minute.
Yeah, I know I'm going to stop that right there, right? Because she found these pictures, so she says, in the drawer looking for matches. She's going to grill up some chicken. Couldn't find the matches, but she come across these pictures, right? Did you guys not hear her tell the audience in this Q&A that she did not see Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly in these pictures? So I'm going to assume that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly took these pictures. What the fuck did you assume that shit for? I'm just asking because you in his home. Those pictures could have been taken by somebody else. Or Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly could have took them and probably got them on out the fucking way, so that nobody would be getting into any type of trouble for these pictures. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. But you have this person here who claims that the law is the law's job to defend Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. That's what she said. And that's because you clearly don't have your 100% defense up for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. You're trying really hard, but at the same token, you're selling them out as well. So which way is it going to be? Which way is it going to be? And not, okay, you in his house. We give you that. Maybe that was something in the Q&A, if you rolling with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, that you could have just shut the fuck up on. I'm just saying, you guys. She doesn't know. She insinuated that part of the story in there because she is in Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's home snooping.
Back up. So you saw naked photos in the kitchen.
Well, they had on black panties. Let me correct myself. They had on black panties.
Oh, okay. So still, it was you saw pictures where body parts were shown, sensitive pictures just hanging around in the kitchen drawer.
No, they were in a dining room drawer. Okay. Like I said, I was feeling around for matches.
Gotcha.
So as you're moving your hand around, the pictures were sliding out. Mm-hmm. So I was, seeing them.
Let's clean that up, y'all. Because go ahead, open the drawer, y'all, pretend. Because this is how the shit they do in the courtroom. This is what they do in the courtroom. They're going to bring a whole goddamn dresser in there if they bring this woman in there on the prosecutor side. You trust them? Allegedly. Open the drawer up, y'all. But the drawer only open this big, that wide. That's it. If you open the drawer up and you look down, you can clearly see what the hell is up in the drawer. But she said she had to get her hand in the drawer. So the drawer, that's all the space she got. She looking. Oh my God. What the fuck is this? Really? Really, y'all? Come on, y'all. The drawer didn't open up this wide, huh? Most drawers open up, about 2 feet? 2 feet or so? Where you can just look in that bitch and you can see everything in there. You can see everything in there. Even if she moved a little something around. You moved the little stuff around. I'm just saying, y'all, this shit. To put together a goddamn story, y'all, it's going to be always a few details left up out of it. And if you leaving out some details of the story, I'm going to have to say that's your story. And your story is not the truth. I'm just saying.
From that vantage point. And I tucked him back in, closed the drawer, and never mentioned it to anybody.
Okay.
You tucked him back in, or did you go take you a copy? Did you go get a copy, Miss Bush? I don't know.
What I heard from the inner circle was that she was married to Earl Robinson. She left Earl to pursue a relationship with Robert. They were intimate. She did not know that he was married because he had a secret marriage. She was an artist on his label. She brought her family around.
Now, keep in mind, because she's telling the story, but she's telling it to you just like how Bookham tells it to you. Put a 1 in the chat. She's telling you the story just like how Bookham tells you guys the story. Go and watch what else is going on out here. Now I got to patent it into a little bit of my experience. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying out there, y'all? I need to see some more in the chat if you feel what I'm saying. Let me go dig out some more shit, because I'm going to stretch my goddamn story. So I got to patent it into a little bit of my motherfucking experience with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. Once I do that, this shit is gonna sound amazing. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying.
He signed the niece, the brother-in-law played guitar, and her niece was would come by the house on a regular basis, and Drea introduced her to me as their goddaughter. So the sister of Sparkle, the brother-in-law, and the niece knew that Robert was married, but they did not tell.
So now, her and Sparkle, cool. Sparkle done been there the first time. She came, showed up in her sheer shit, you know. She also found the pictures, you know. Oh, okay, that's the same woman that came through the door with the panties that I saw upstairs, looking in all the rooms and hopped over in the king-size bed. That's what she tells the people, y'all. But now, they good people. Sparkle is, you know, they back over. Hey, Miss Bush, this my niece. This my niece. But I'm going to let her tell the story. She tells it better.
Okay.
Because it was to be kept a secret. So Sparkle was in the dark. She's thinking she's going to be the first lady of Rockland Records. She's going to be the next Diana Ross. Unknowingly bringing her family around, thinking this is going to be their come up, and he was married. So she found out, I believe, when the day that she came over, because she said that in an interview, she came over and they were sitting there watching the game, and Drea knocked to get something to eat or whatever the conversation was.
That was in the series.
Yeah, I believe that was when she found out he was.
The young lady that's giving this interview, this is when she should have said, let's fast forward, because we don't want to hear about what we done already seen and saw. We want to know what your doings, what you were all about in that home. When she asked her about that part, because of the alleged highly educated nutritionist that she is, she was able to turn it and went all into some shit about what she believed. What we want to know what to believe about Miss Bush. At least I do. I don't know about y'all. I do. I really do. And right now I'm just not convinced on shit. I have to be honest. Sparkle in the dark. But she not though, Rita. She ain't in the dark. Because keep in mind, you know, she was there all the time at the home. She's not in the dark. But Sparkle is in the dark. Oh, okay.
Married, and that's when all hell broke loose. So in her words, she did an interview where she said she had a meeting with Ron.
So y'all don't think that coming from a nutritionist who was looking for matches and found these pictures and everything, and Sparkle coming to the house and knowing that Mr. Kelly, was married. You don't think that she wasn't it wasn't her business to tell Sparkle, hey, he married? Like, she just mind her business throughout her whole nutritionist career at the Kelly's home? Seriously? Y'all buy that shit if y'all want to.
Robert, she wanted off his label. She didn't want to do her second album with him. They were arguing, fighting back and forth. So he was going to be releasing her from the label. But keep in mind, he still signed the niece as an artist. The brother-in-law was still playing guitar. So she's pissed off. I brought my family. They're cozy with your wife. Nobody tells me you're married. I've been 3 years doing group sex, menage a trois, 50 Shades of Grey with you, right, thinking, I'm going to be your wife and have children with you, and that position is already taken. So
y'all don't hear Miss Bush indicating the behavior of what the public is announcing of what he has been doing out here. Y'all don't hear her putting that out there either? Because I hear it. But she claims to be on the defense for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. but yet then you're putting out here about Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly having menage a trois and shit. However, this was legal age women. They were all grown. Sparkle, all of them were grown. And I get that. But am I the only one hearing that? Put a 1 in the chat if you hear it. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't hear it. Because that's what I hear. Which way is it? To me, she seems to be unbalanced. You're unbalanced. Basically, what I'm saying is, this woman sat here not only on this Q&A, but on the majority of platforms and told every bit of Mr. Kelly's business. That's just weird to me. That's weird to me. As she clearly tells the people, it's up to the law. The law is supposed to be on defense of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, but you're not. And that's just my story. That's just my opinion. You're not.
She said in her own words that there was some big meeting that she had. Now, if this were strictly business, the people that she said were there, her mother, her father, the niece, her sister, the brother-in-law, Robert, and Barry Hankerson.
Okay.
If you're talking about your second album, what is your mother and father doing there? You know,
Were they
why
her
is your
managers?
sister...
Were they part of her management? Or, I mean, is this knowledge or speculation? Do we know that she was married to Earl? That just came out the other day on Vlad TV. Public Announcement did the interview saying that Earl said that, well, Dre actually said that Earl and Sparkle were married. And then somehow or another, R. Kelly gets with her, but she denies that she has had any inappropriate relationship with him.
Well, Robert reached out to me recently, and so I spoke to him directly. We talked 20 minutes. He heard that I was saying things about him publicly that I guess he thought was positive, so he reached out to me. We talked 20 minutes. I wanted him to hear the interview that I did previously, so I sent him that interview. He listened to it, and then he called me back. And he was a little more receptive the second time we talked. I could tell that his guard was down because he's in a distrustful state. Everybody has betrayed him. Everybody has basically thrown him under the bus. So I understood that.
Right.
So when we talked the second time, I told, he had heard what I said, and I said, essentially, did you have a relationship with Sparkle? And he said yes.
So Robert
and
said
in his words,
he confirmed that he had. Robert Kelly.
Boy, she be telling it now. Imagine y'all that this Q&A was back in March 2019. She said that she had spoken, with Mr. Kelly, 20-minute conversation or so. Mr. Kelly just so happened to reach out to her because of an interview that he heard her on, but he had not spoken to her in close to 25 or so years. He just all of a sudden reached out to her. But yet then she sits right here and still tells some smoke after she claims that she spoke to him. Now, I'm just going to guess on a wild goose guess. Did Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly tell you to stop talking about him? To shut the fuck up? I don't need you out here saying these things and that things, but yet then you came right back after you said you spoke to him with this.
Heard what I said, and I said, essentially, did you have a relationship with Sparkle? And he said yes.
So Robert
and
said
in his words,
he confirmed that he had, Robert Kelly confirmed that he had a relationship with Sparkle.
Robert Kelly said to me verbatim, Sparkle was married to Earl. She left Earl. We hooked up. We were seeing each other, dating, and she didn't know about Drea, and she didn't find out about Drea until later.
Okay.
And then, she wanted some other guy she didn't want to work with Robert anymore. So she brought some producer friend of hers, and she wanted him to do.
Here's what I think, because I heard Sparkle's story on that, and I know you guys did too. And as Sparkle told the story, that is exactly what she said. She says that she didn't, that Mr. Kelly did not want to be working on a song with her with other people. Okay, I remember that story. So here's where I'm going to go with this. I think with Miss Bush hearing Sparkle's story, I think that Miss Bush chose to put her assumption with that story based on what Sparkle said. Her assumption that Mr. Kelly was dating Sparkle. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. My boy JoJo's in the house. Welcome, JoJo. That's just my opinion. And I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm sorry. I think that she just, once again, patting her story up together. We all heard the part about when Sparkle spoke on that he did not want to work with her. But you had to put more sauce on it by putting these allegations out here that Sparkle and Mr. Kelly was dating. Let's go on, Miss Bush.
The songs, and Robert was like, I'm R. Kelly.
Right.
I'm the hottest thing in R&B. I'm not going to let another dude produce on my album with you. And so, whatever that's what he said to me, end quote.
Okay.
And so they clearly had some disagreement and split up, but it was, from my understanding, because she found out he was married. She was angry at her sister, her brother-in-law, her niece, and Robert for keeping that from her. She felt betrayed by her family. She was in a vengeful state. So
in your opinion, is she still in this vengeful state? Is that why she won't own that relationship? Because I don't understand what does she stand to gain by not telling the truth?
Maybe she lied about that being her niece in the tape. Everyone in her family, you got to realize there are 2 grandmothers, 2 grandfathers, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews. Not one person in her family says that that's the niece. Only Sparkle. So maybe that big meeting that they had with the family was her threatening to do whatever, hurt everybody as a result of her feeling betrayed. Maybe that was what the real meeting was about. And maybe this was her way of getting revenge. We don't know because she's lying about so much. I don't know what she's telling the truth about and what she's lying about. So,
Well, I'm going to have to say it's some of everybody lying about so much, and we will never know the goddamn truth about all of this stuff. I'm going to agree with you on that one, Miss Bush, and that's kind of including you as well with that whole goddamn matches and the draw shit. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion, you guys. Let's hear a little bit more of it.
You can pinpoint 2 specific lies. That she's saying that she didn't have the relationship with him, and you're saying that she did because you have seen the compromising photos to verify that, and you also got confirmation from R. Kelly about that, right? So everything else everything else we're just kind of colluding. We're just saying that maybe she just is lying about everything because obviously she's hiding something in your
No, opinion. The other lie is she said the first time she came to his house was when, and this is in an interview, so I don't speak on anything that I cannot fact check or that anybody listening cannot fact check. There's another interview where she said the first time she was at his house was when she saw Drea come out of the room and was asking for some food. Well, that's inconsistent with what I saw with my own eyes. Based on their body movement, based on how they moved through the house, I could tell very clearly that was her first time when she came over in the see-through skirt and the black panties. That was her first time at Robert's house because they were going from room to room. She clearly...
Do you ever ask yourself, because I have, why so many individual Q&As? Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. We saw Sparkle on The Breakfast Club, am I correct? We saw, I believe, X Kelly on The Breakfast Club, am I correct? And I get it that you probably can't invite all of these people, right, at the same time. But you best to believe that The Breakfast Club, or I'll say Vlad, if they've been on there, all of the big top people, right, they have pretty much heard all of their stories. I don't know. I think that if I was hosting The Breakfast Club, I've heard Sparkle's story. Now that we've learned that Miss Bush as well spent time in this home, I get it. It might be a cat fight on the goddamn show. I get that. But you know what? I want to have both of them there. I need both parties there. I need both goddamn parties there. And that seems to be the problem out here, right? We have these individual bias platforms. You literally need everybody involved on the show. I mean, like I say, you may have to put a wall or something up. But I think that if they were all on the same platform, Miss Bush or Sparkle or whatever, right? Allow your audience or who you present this to tune in to hear both of them sitting right there together. I think that we would have been able to make a better sense out of the situation. But when they get to speaking off individually without the person being there, you're not able to see the body language or anything from these ladies. So let's move on with this goddamn bullshit.
He knew where the kitchen was, but he's showing her the pool area, he's showing her, the whole second level area, and then they proceeded up to the master bedroom. Wow. So based on how they moved, I could tell she had not been in his house before that day. Okay. So that's another lie. Then the other lie is her not saying she was married to the guy in public announcement.
Oh, she says she married to Earl?
She has not publicly said that. She said she came to Robert with a friend. She did not say that Earl and Dre produced a demo tape for her, and they brought that to Robert, and they wanted to produce her, and Robert did it himself. So that's an additional lie. She didn't say that she spent the night at the studio for 30 days working on the album. So there's a lot that she has left out of her story, and there are blatant lies. So when you go on 5 different interviews that I've heard where people have asked her directly, have you had a relationship with R. Kelly? And she has said no. That's a lie. And if you tell 5 different interviewers, that's 5 different lies. So if you are lying about that, what else are you lying about? Wow. And she's the only one.
I don't understand why she wants to make it so important. I don't understand why she wants everybody to hear that part. She wants you to hear it. I'm telling you that this is a goddamn fact. Like, I don't get that part, you guys. I really don't. And I think I'm about done with this video because, I've made up my mind, and it is what it is, but my opinion and my thought and how I feel about it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not. It don't weigh in on no shit. It ain't gonna take away Miss Bush's opinion or nobody else's. It is what it is. I just have my opinion about it, and there is Rehab was telling his audience over there. These are just their stories. There is no truth to the matters at all. There's none. And after listening, to his commentary, and I had to go back and listen to him or whatever, and that's exactly what I'm gonna have to believe. These are your stories. That Sparkle, that's her story. Drea, that's her story. But there is no truth. There's no truth. There's no truth. They all stand on a pack of their beliefs of what did happen circumventing around Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. It is what it is. Don't forget, you guys, he's got the trial schedule ready, set, hopefully to go if Donnelly and them don't change their mind or, something else happens or this and this or that. We have to come to the term, we have to, the reality of the situation. Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly, at this point, will not be getting released on a bail. We have to just continue to pray that this man and his defense attorneys that he has is representing him to the best of their ability to pull another vindication off for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. You have to stay open-minded that there are a lot of people out here that could possibly be brought on this stand to shed some light, whether it's good light or bad light on Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. I do support, I will continue to support on his journey. And that's pretty much the best that we all can do. We have had numerous of people come out and tarnish, tainted Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. We have a lot of people that are out here hoping that our judicial system does it accordingly. We have a lot of people out here, from what we're looking from the outside in, that this could be possibly corrupted politically against Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. So there is a lot of ways to look at this. However, keep in mind that Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly has not had a chance to tell you his side of the story. I truly hope that he comes to term to do a tell-all book, because somewhere after being vindicated, he has to make peace with this all. He has to find some type of way to release it, every bit of it, and then bury it. It has to be buried. It has to put it in a box and go. And I do hope that as this man tells his story, you guys, that nobody out here has the opportunity to speak while he gets to talk. It's his turn now. And I think that the world owes him that part. Regardless of whatever allegations that they want to put on him, they owe him that part to be able to speak. You already done judged him. You already wanted to crucify him to the cross. Most people have. It is only fair that they allow this man to tell his story. And I hope that, like I say, that it is done and over with, and he can move on and move past what's going on. Shout out to Miss Winbush. I do not know whoever this lady is that did this show. She does not have her name attached to it. Go figure that. I've never seen that at all. But I'll shout out to her. I don't know, you guys. You guys think about, I have my thought. and my thought is not going to change. But like I say, who am I? I'm just someone that sits over here and give my opinions on a lot of the situations and a lot of the talk that goes on around Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. That's it. That's all. And when I hear her speak, you know, it's some wiki-washy stuff going on with it. It really is. And it is what it is. Everybody wanted to be a part of this man's situation. And I tell you guys, when I saw this stuff here from the last trial, I didn't see all these goddamn people. I have not seen this type of shit. But Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly as well was going through pretty much what he's going through now. Why now? I asked myself, why now? Why does all of these people have something to say? I can't make sense of that. Where the fuck did all y'all come from? That's what I'm asking myself. Like, where all y'all come from? Like, holy shit, I don't know. Well, I'm going to get ready to end my show, you guys, after I read you guys what Ace Showbiz had to write up about the upcoming trial, and I just wanted to be correct on some of the dates that I am putting out there. They go on by saying R. Kelly's sex trafficking and racketeering case in Brooklyn, New York is scheduled for early April 21st. District Judge Ann Donnelly ordered on Thursday, November 19, 2020, that the trial will begin by April 7th, with the jurors to be selected over the course of 10 days in mid-March. In a previous order, Donnelly said that the juror would be anonymous and partially sequestered, explaining, the government has established that impaneling an anonymous and partially sequestered juror is warranted. She had added that the U.S. Marshals, they would escort the panel in and out of Brooklyn Federal Courthouse each day, sequestered them during breaks to protect them from the outside influence. Prosecutors requested that extra measures would be taken, insisting that I Believe I Can Fly singer has a long history with pressuring accusers and others to escape justice. In 2008, his child pornography trial in Chicago ended in an acquittal after the singer allegedly personally tried to influence the juror. Prosecutors in Brooklyn wrote, they had added that 3 associates of the singer were recently arrested trying to bribe and threaten R. Kelly accusers. The Ignition star has pleaded not guilty to charges of racketeering and conspiracy. He is accused of grooming underage girls attending his concerts for sexual abuse. You always got to write some bullshit in their story, because I'm going to read that again. He is accused of grooming underage girls that were attending his concerts for sexual abuse. Okay. The singer is also facing a string of federal sex counts in Illinois, where he has been held behind bars since last year, 2019. He has repeatedly failed in his attempts to be released on bail and was denied a hearing regarding new requests in October. So it was 2 months after suffering jail cell beating by another prisoner. Yeah. This is crazy. So, the prosecutors have a lot to prove. I highly doubt it that they're going to win this case, you guys. I'm sorry. I really highly doubt it. Prayers are up for Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. I put a prayer over his defense attorney, since that's what he has to work with. And like I say, hope that they pull this pull this one through once again for Mr. Rob Sylvester Kelly. And that's how I feel. I do have my opinion on Mr. Rob Sylvester Kelly once he's vindicated. I actually don't want him to come back out to do any more music. I would like to see him at his age now, somewhere feeling free, relaxing and everything. You know, I'd like to see Miss Drea work at McDonald's and pay him back. No, I'm just she wanted him to work at McDonald's, and she keeps saying that it wasn't for the money. Well, you know, let's try putting his shoe on the other foot. You know, I don't speak on their children. It's not for me to speak on them, and you know, it is what it is. If you guys have enjoyed the show, go ahead. Let's do some yellow hearts in the chat room. Pap got to go make dinner. I got to go and feed my child, you guys. I got to go feed my child. I do. If you guys are still feeling good, if you guys had a good time sitting in and enjoying vibing with Pebbles, let me see the hearts in the chat. Let me see the hearts in the chat. Don't be square. Don't be square. Put them up in the air. Don't be square. Put them up in the air. But Pap got to get out of here. She got to cook. Hopefully I will see you guys back in here on Funky Friday. Don't forget, got to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget the One Pap channel. It's a good try over there. I don't see it moving. Get your mama, get your friends, go get the phones. Get those subscriptions up over there, you guys. Get those subscriptions up over there. Get them up in the air. Get them up in the air. But I got to go. Thank you for coming out, showing out. Stay open-minded. Stay prayed up out there, you guys. Stay prayed up. I got to go.